Fast food chains have never been afraid to serve up big and bold menu items, even if they land with a thud. From a donut made out of pizza dough to a terrible Nickelodeon tie-in, these are some of 2024's worst creations, and we included some of the best, too. A Big Mac with crispy chicken where the 2 all-beef patties should be? What sort of culinary witchcraft is this? If customer reactions are anything to go by, McDonald's made a huge mistake with its Chicken Big Mac.
The Chicken Big Mac has landed.
When the Chicken Big Mac showed up on menus across the country, it wasn't received as warmly as the company would have hoped. In its review, Mashed found the flavor combination to be strange and noted how replacing the beef with chicken diminished the entire Big Mac experience. One Reddit reviewer took the disappointment one step further, labeling the super stack gluttony in a box.
Always never buy a Chicken Big Mac.
In 2024, Domino's introduced a new menu item to its Australia locations, giant donuts. What could possibly go wrong with an enormous donut designed to accent your pizza order? Maybe the fact that the same low-rise dough used for the crust of your pie is used as the base for your pastry. While it's easy enough to doctor pizza dough to create a sweet treat, the result this time is like eating an empty calzone shell slathered in icing. That may sound like a good time to anyone who doesn't know what donuts actually taste like. The flavor seemed decent enough, but to those who tried the giant donuts, the biggest issue was the size. It was impossible to eat a whole one of these donuts without encountering sweetness overload. In what world does a soda-flavored gelato sound like a good idea? Well, not in 2024's fast food scene, according to customers who tried Taco Bell's Baja Blast Gelato.
It's me, America's sweetheart, and I just love having a blast. A Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Taco Bell presented the item in 2024 to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Baja Blast being added to the chain's menu. However, it was a celebration that had a chilly reception. There wasn't quite as much excitement as there was hype for this so-called special item. Gelato is supposed to be creamy and soothing, but the tangy soda syrup used as a flavor base just didn't work. Reddit users also called out the too icy texture and the lack of bold flavor that fans of Baja Blast are used to finding. With online reviews dubbing it mediocre at best, Taco Bell should probably leave it off their menu. If a name can indicate the quality and predict the performance of a novelty fast food item, then KFC's Chizza was destined for failure the minute it hit the marketing department. The concept may have sounded like a tasty addition to the chain's menu, but instead of adding its famous fried chicken as a pizza topping, KFC flipped the script and topped pieces of chicken with pepperoni, sauce, and cheese. What ended up in the box looked like it was thrown together by middle schoolers. Despite KFC thinking it had come up with a surefire winner, the Chizza fell flat. It's really just a mix of 2 classic Italian dishes, chicken parmesan and chicken pizzaiola, but KFC's customer base doesn't show up for Italian dining, and pizza-topped chicken may have been a step too far. So it's no wonder customers complained that the flavor missed the mark and that it would have made a better sandwich. Anyone who grew up watching SpongeBob SquarePants has probably wondered at some point what a real-life Krabby Patty might taste like.
What the devil fish did you make?
Well, Krabby Patties, of course.
2024 was the year Wendy's jumped on the bandwagon to offer SpongeBob-themed menu items that coincided with the show's 25th anniversary. The burger was accompanied by a very special pineapple under the sea Frosty, in which pineapple syrup shared the cup with Wendy's famous vanilla soft serve. You might think an imaginative creation like this would set the fast food world on fire, but despite the joyful spirit in which it was created, a Krabby Patty turned out to be just a Wendy's single with a new sauce, and the pineapple under the sea Frosty was difficult to get a hold of on the spoon. Other reviewers agreed that this fast food pair-up was a swing and a miss. By now, you're probably thinking that the 2024 fast food world was all soda-flavored desserts and chicken Big Macs, but some new items were actually tasty. Here are a few that earned rave reviews. When it was revealed that the flavor in McDonald's Grandma McFlurry was actually butterscotch, McFlurry fans rejoiced. After all, who doesn't love a touching tribute to the candies found in grandmotherly purses everywhere?
Grandma knows a sweet treat makes any meal special.
So what did eager patrons have to say about this new release that looked forward and backward at the same time? Mashed lauded the new flavor in its review and appreciated the chewable toffee bits on top. The review also called out McDonald's goodwill gesture of donating to the Friends of the Elderly organization in conjunction with the flavor's release. It's always sweet times when a fast food novelty can make you feel good while doing a bit of good for the community too. Spring 2024 may go down in the annals of fast food creativity as the season of the Dreamsicle Frosty. Wendy's skirted movie launches and trendy flavor combinations with this perky treat, opting instead for a touch of nostalgia. Rather than going for something wacky like a Grimace-flavored shake, Wendy's kept things realistic with a pale orange delight. And what wasn't there to love about it? The orange essence brightened up the vanilla soft serve, while the vanilla mellowed out the tangy orange, creating a perfect balance between the 2 flavors. This is one limited edition dessert that Wendy's should consider making an annual affair. There have been a few occasions in the history of fast food when a new introduction of chicken nuggets has failed to cause a stir. However, Taco Bell had a big success by introducing crispy chicken nuggets to their menu in 2024. With Taco Bell already using crispy chicken strips in its menu offerings, it was bound to chop them into bite-sized bits and toss them in a cup instead of wrapping them in a tortilla. Would these nuggets make a compelling enough case to get Taco Bell eaters to try them? Well, according to the review from Mashed, the tortilla chip-based breading and tasty dipping sauce options like Hidden Valley Fire Ranch proved to be top-tier offerings.
Don't be a nuggetive Nelly. Everyone loves Taco Bell's new crispy chicken nuggets.
Dr. Pepper is pretty low-key with its flavor reinventions, keeping the specialty syrups light and tight over the years. But something switched over at Sonic with the appearance of something called Sparkling Sugar Cookie Dr. Pepper. So what does a sugar cookie-flavored version of Dr. Pepper end up tasting like? Like a disposable tumbler filled with holiday cheer. Sweet cream and caramel syrup partner with the cherry profile of the Dr. Pepper, creating an intriguing cookie-like combo that's hard to resist. Another online reviewer also noted how it tastes like an actual sugar cookie, thus making for one tasty drink. In 2024, Burger King introduced $3 million Whoppers, the result of a contest prompting fans to come up with their own unique Whopper combinations. The three Whoppers were the Fried Pickle Ranch Whopper, the Maple Bourbon Barbecue Whopper, and the Mexican Street Corn Whopper. However, a mixed reception awaited these three burgers. With its queso sauce and tortilla chip toppers, the Mexican Street Corn Whopper drew praise from reviewers on Reddit. Another online reviewer lauded the concept of the Mexican Street Corn Whopper, but lamented that their burger wasn't quite hot enough. Another online reviewer had high praise for the Maple Bourbon Barbecue Whopper, which nosed ahead of the other two Whoppers thanks to the sugary goodness of its sauce. An additional reviewer took to Instagram to try all three, declaring the Mexican Street Corn Whopper to be a Taco Bell Burger King hybrid, the Maple Bourbon Barbecue to be a bit too sweet, and the Fried Pickle Ranch to be pickly. With three sandwiches to rank, there were bound to be winners and losers, and this one might just come down to personal taste. In 2024, Subway added a holiday footlong cookie to its ongoing footlong snack array. The cookie looks like a fudge brownie and is adorned with glittering candy cane sprinkles and extra chocolate chips. It's a real stocking stuffer of a dessert that fans would be thrilled to find in their own goodie bag on the big day. Whether it's something to share or a stocking stuffer to indulge in alone, this oversized dessert provides bite after bite of enjoyment. Anyone who's tried the footlong snack selections knows that Subway heats them up before serving, which means you're bound to get a gooey cookie straight out of the oven. One online reviewer explains that the texture is soft and chewy without being underbaked, so it tastes more like a brownie than a traditional cookie. Some clever person in the Jimmy John's test kitchen thought of a new way to entice bread deniers who still want to eat a sub loaded with all the fixings. What else can explain the company's introduction of the Picklewich?
Instead of getting pickles on your sandwich, you can get your sandwich on a pickle.
The middle of the Picklewich was a copycat of the chain's Vito sandwich, a combination of Italian ham and salami with a familiar pile-on of veggies and dressings. There was also a turkey version, with both sandwiches being available for little more than 2 weeks. One online reviewer was encouraged by her audience to take a bite of the tangy sandwich and ended up dazzled by the flavor. Another online reviewer paired her Picklewich with Jimmy John's limited edition dill pickle potato chips for a double dose of tongue-twisting zing. Sadly, this Picklewich was gone by mid-November, but it was a big hit while it lasted.